Today we are going to talk about writing the equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. Parallel lines are lines that never intersect. So let's take a look at these lines. If you look at the blue line and you use rise over run between any 2 points on that line, you will see that we rise 2 and we run 1. So the slope of the blue line is 2, or 2 over 1. If we look at the red line and we do the same thing, again we rise 2 and we run 1. So the slope of the red line is also 2. So parallel lines never intersect and they have the same slope. Now perpendicular lines will not have the same slope. If you look at them, one should be positive, the red one should be positive, and the blue line should be negative because it's going down. If we look at the slope of the blue line, we rise 1 and we run 2. So it's going to be negative 1 over 2, or negative 1/2. If we look at the red line and also use rise over run, we rise 2 and we run 1. So we have a positive 2. Now if you look at the 2 versus the negative 1 over 2, we could call this 2 over 1, and we see that not only does the sign change from positive to negative, but the slope actually flips. So instead of 2 over 1, it's 1 over 2, and vice versa. So what we call that is opposite reciprocals. So for instance, if the slope of one line was 3 over 4, the slope of a line perpendicular to that would be negative, because we changed the sign, and we flip, so 4 over 3. Let's look at some examples. Notice that the examples are arranged in the same way as writing equations in section 5.1 and 5.2. We still need two pieces of information. We need the slope and we need the y-intercept. And then we're going to write the equation of the line. The first piece of information says that it's going to go through the point 4, 7, and it's parallel to y equals 3x plus 5. Now the only reason why they give us this equation right here is because they want us to get the slope from there. Remember, y equals mx plus b, that tells us that our m has to be 3, because parallel lines have the same slope. Now, after you get the slope from that equation, you don't use it any longer. So we are finished using that equation. Now let's look at how the point 4, 7 is going to help us out. That's going to help us find the y-intercept. So if we look at the equation, y equals mx plus b. Again, this is our x and this is our y, just like when we wrote equations in section 5.2. So y is 7, our slope is 3, x is 4, and we are solving for b. Now that's the most common mistake people make, is they do not write the b there. You have to have plus b or you don't have anything to solve for. So we get 7 equals 12 plus b. Subtract 12 from both sides and you get b equals negative 5. Now you have enough information to write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So y equals, our slope is 3. Whoops. Looks like we've got a little bit of technical difficulties here. Okay. So our slope again is 3, and our y-intercept is negative 5. Now notice when you write the equation of the line, you still have an x and you still have a y in your equation. Looking at the next example, again we have a point and we have the equation of a line, but this time we are looking at being perpendicular to that line. That means that we want an opposite reciprocal. So we are going to flip and change the sign. So instead of negative 2 over 7, we're going to say that the slope is positive 7 over 2. Plug into the equation y equals mx plus b in order to find the y-intercept. So again, if this is x and this is y, we get negative 4 equals 7 over 2 times negative 2 or negative 2 over 1 plus b. So we get negative 4 equals, the 2's cancel, so we get negative 7 plus b. If you add 7 to both sides, you get positive 3. So the equation of your line is y equals 7 over 2x plus 3. The next example has you do one extra step. The equation of the line that they give you is not in slope-intercept form, so you cannot tell what the slope is just by looking at it. Let's put it into slope-intercept form. To do that, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides, and then I'm going to divide by 4. I'm going to divide everything by 4. So we get y equals negative 1/2 x plus 8. Again, the only reason why they give us that is so that we can use this slope to find our slope. We want it to be perpendicular, so we want it to be an opposite reciprocal. The slope is going to be positive instead of negative, and it's going to be 2, or 2 over 1, instead of 1 over 2. Plug into y equals mx plus b. So you get negative 1 equals 2 times 8 plus b. 2 times 8 is 16, and if you subtract that from both sides, you get negative 17. Equation of your line, y equals negative 1/2 x. I'm sorry, I was looking at the original equation. Y equals 2x minus 17.